Good evening, Warcry fanatics, and welcome back to the Miniature Stash. Beware of the ghastly ghouls and ghosts of the Nighthaunt as they float in to claim more victims for Nagash. But as the bad moon casts its gaze down on the battlefield, the Gloomspite Gitz are thrown into a frenzy as they chew down on the local fauna. Tonight's battle report is Might Makes Right. Place one objective in the center of the battlefield. Then, starting with the player who won the initiative, players alternate placing objectives until each has placed 2 objective markers down. Objectives may be placed on the battlefield floor or on a platform. Objectives must be placed at least 4 inches from the battlefield edge and at least 6 inches horizontally from any other objective. At the end of each battle round, each player scores 1 victory point for each objective they control. In addition, whenever a fighter takes down another fighter while both are contesting the same objective, that fighter controls scores 1 victory point. The battle ends after 4 battle rounds. Round 1 Hero Phase. Nighthaunt rolls 2 singles for their initiative and 2 sets of doubles for their abilities. They elect to save their magic dice for the next round. Up next, the Gloomspite Getz roll 2 singles for their initiative and 2 sets of doubles for their abilities. They elect to save their magic dice for the next round. Next, we roll off to break the tie for the hero phase. The Nighthaunt roll a 2 and the Gloomspite Getz roll a 5. The Getz will get to be activating first in round 1.
Round 1. Fight!
And after eating a bit of local fauna, the Netta gets a burst of energy and runs over to the 2 other huge squigs. Floating up to the top of the mushroom, the Chainrasp grasps control of the objective. Running over to hide behind the huge mushroom, the Netter takes control of the objective. The Chainrasp flies up and takes control of the next objective on top of the mushroom. Eager for battle, the Squig pushes extra hard to get his long pokey stick into action and sends the Chainrasp back to Nagash. Floating over behind the mushroom, the Chainrasp jumps out, scaring the Squig and gets an extra attack. Bouncing over to the action, the Bounder boss uses his special pokey stick, and the Chainrasp is once again pushing up daisies. Floating over to the Bounders, the Dreadwarden waves his flames staff around over dramatically, but does no damage. Maniacally ringing his bell, the Extoller of Shyish sets up in the middle of the battlefield, ringing his bell, challenging all the Gitz to come and get him as he sits on the center objective marker.
At the end of round 1, the Nighthaunt score 3 victory points, and the Gloomspite Getz score 2 victory points on objectives.
Round 2 Hero Phase. The Nighthaunt roll 2 singles for their initiative and 2 sets of doubles for their abilities. They will elect to use both magic dice to turn their 2 doubles into 2 triples. Up next, the Gloomspite Getz roll 2 singles for their initiatives and 2 sets of doubles for their abilities. They will elect to use 1 magic dice to increase their initiative dice from 2 to 3 to ensure they go first in round 2.
Round 2. Fight!
Madly hopping around, the Bounder boss attacks the Dreadwarden, sending him back to his maker. With the will of Nagash, come forth and fight. Oh my! The Extoller of Shyish brings back the Dreadwarden and moves in to attack the Boingrot Bounder. Jumping up onto the mushroom, the Squig Hopper boss unleashes a flurry of attacks and racks up a victory point for the kill.
Attacking the little Getz, the Guardian of Souls steals the life essence for his collection.
With the will of Nagash, come forth and fight. Oh no, folks, we have another Chainrasp being summoned back onto the battlefield. Bouncing up to the Dreadwarden, the Squig Hopper easily vanquishes the spirit back to Shyish and bounces around in celebration of the victory point. The clanging of chains ring through the air as the Chainrasp comes to haunt the little netter. The Boingrot Bounder jumps around, jabbing at the Extoller. Being left alone, the little netter feels the chill go up his spine as a second Chainrasp moves up behind him. Swinging frantically, the little netter slices into the Chainrasp. Flying over the Chainrasp, challenges the Squig Hopper.
At the end of round 2, the Nighthaunt score 4 victory points for holding 3 objectives, and score 1 victory point for killing an opponent on an objective marker. The Gloomspite Gitz score 3 victory points for holding 1 objective, and killing 2 opponents on objective markers.
Round 3, Hero Phase. The Nighthaunt roll 4 singles for their initiative, and a set of doubles for their ability. They will elect to use 1 magic dice, turning a double into a triple. Up next, the Gloomspite Getz roll 3 singles for their initiative, and a triple for their abilities. They elect to use 1 magic dice, turning a triple into a quad.
Round 3. Fight!
The Extoller of Shyish struggles to hit the bouncing foe. With the will of Nagash, come forth and fight. And the dreaded warden rises once again to fight his enemy. Bouncing around the Chainrasp, the Squig Hopper slashes away with his stabber. The Chainrasp hacks away at the netter, attempting to send a present back to Nagash. Here comes the Squig Hopper boss on a bouncing rampage. He jumps around the Chainrasp before bouncing over to the objective marker.
With the threat eliminated, the Squig Hopper boss bounces over to the other objective.
The Chainrasp sends the little netter off to Nagash and then floats over to contest the center objective marker. Bouncing around, the Bounder stabs the Extoller of Shyish with his long pokey stabber. Lighting his way with his internal lantern, the Guardian of Souls floats over to contest the objective as he prepares to steal another soul for Nagash.
Destroying the Extoller of Shyish, the Bounder boss hops over to the little Gitz to contest the objective marker. At the end of round 3, the Nighthaunt score 4 victory points for holding 3 objectives and killing 1 opponent on an objective marker. And the Gloomspite Getz score 3 victory points for holding 1 objective and killing 2 opponents on objective markers.
Round 4, Hero Phase. Nighthaunt roll 1 single for their initiative and a double and a triple for their abilities. They will elect to use 1 magic dice, turning a double into a triple. Up next, the Gloomspite Getz roll 2 singles for their initiative and 2 sets of doubles for their abilities. They will elect to turn 1 single into a double and use their last magic dice to increase their initiative back to 2 dice, ensuring they go first in the last round.
Round 4. Fight!
Starting off round 4, the Bounder boss hops around the Chainrasp and easily vanquishes him back to the underworld. The Dreadwarden moves over to take control of the objective. With the will of Nagash, forth and fight. Summoning back the Extoller of Shyish on the objective, the Dreadwarden then moves on to the center objective marker, gaining control for the Nighthaunt. The Squig Hopper bounces around the 2 Nighthaunt and is able to kill the Chainrasp, gaining another point for the Getz. The Guardian of Souls moves into position to contest the objective marker and summons a Chainrasp. With the will of Nagash, forth and fight. Gaining control of the objective, the Guardian of Souls attacks the Squig in front of him. Feeling outnumbered, the Squig Hopper jumps away from the Nighthaunt and gains control of the center objective once again. Flying over the Squig Hopper, the Chainrasp moves over to the objective marker. Looking for a kill, the Boingrot Bounder charges in and kills the Chainrasp on the objective marker and gains another victory point.
At the end of round 4, the Nighthaunt score 2 victory points for holding 1 objective and killing 1 opponent on an objective marker. And the Gloomspite Gitz score 5 victory points for holding 3 objectives and killing 2 opponents on objective markers. And the final score of the match tonight, the Nighthaunt have 11 victory points while the Gloomspite Getz have 12. So there you have it, folks. The fungus-eating green menace taking the win. And remember, if you enjoy the hard-hitting, fast-paced action of tonight's battle report, hit the like and subscribe button for future Warcry content, all here on the Miniature Stash.